Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain Python context managers. And you know why this matters? Because most developers use the with statement every single day without understanding how it actually manages resources under the hood. Getting this wrong leads to silent memory leaks and locked file descriptors that only crash your application during peak traffic. Let us take a deep dive into how Python manages resources so you can stop worrying about manual cleanup and start writing truly resilient code. These are the topics we are going to cover in this video. Specifically, we will break down the resource management protocol, build custom managers from scratch, and look at patterns used in high-scale production systems. Watch the full video without skipping any content to understand it better. Before we get into the topic, a small request to you. I have already uploaded many technical videos on different technologies and tools. We share more knowledgeable content every day. So if you are interested in learning and want to improve your skills, make sure you have subscribed to our channel and joined our WhatsApp community. The join link is available in the description or scan the QR code shown on the screen. Let us get started. So why is manual cleanup such a problem? Imagine you are opening a file in a high concurrency web server. You call open, you process data, but then an exception occurs. If you did not explicitly call the close method in a finally block, that file handle remains open forever. Do this a few thousand times and your server hits the operating system limit. The application crashes and you are left debugging a resource leak that has no obvious culprit. That is exactly the pain point context managers were built to solve. So what is a context manager exactly? It is essentially a wrapper around your code that handles the setup and teardown automatically. Think of it like a hotel keycard. When you insert that card into the wall slot, it establishes a state the room is powered and ready for you. When you leave and remove the card, the system automatically shuts off the lights and locks the door. You do not have to manually flip every light switch or check the deadbolt. The context manager does all that work for you every single time without fail. Before we dive into the code, let us ensure you are set up correctly. You should be using a modern operating system like Windows 10 or Ubuntu 22.04. Python 3.9 is the minimum required version, so open your terminal or command prompt and type Python version to confirm your environment. If you do not have Python installed, grab it from the official website. You will also need a text editor like VS Code to follow along. If you are on Linux or Mac, you might need to use Python 3 instead of Python depending on your installation. Once you have that ready, we can proceed. So how does this work internally? When Python encounters the with keyword, it first calls the enter method on the object. This is where you allocate resources like opening a file. Then your code block executes. Finally, Python calls the exit method regardless of whether your code succeeded or threw an exception. This exit method is the safety net that releases the resource. Here is the core concept in practice. On line 6, we define the enter method, which opens the file and returns it to the with block. On line 10, the exit method takes care of closing the file, even if an error occurred inside the with block. This ensures that no matter what happens, our file descriptor is returned to the system. When you run this, you will see the confirmation message printed. This proves that our exit method was triggered and the file handle was successfully released. In production, you often do not want to write a full class for a simple task. Instead, we use the context manager decorator from the contextlib module. On line 3, we define our function, and on line 6, we use the yield keyword to hand the resource to the user. The finally block on line 7 ensures that the cleanup logic runs no matter what, which is the exact pattern a senior engineer would use for database connections or API clients. You can see the final message printed after our execution. This pattern is far cleaner than class-based management for most daily tasks. Let us talk about a real-world scenario. A media streaming company was struggling with their transcoding pipeline. They were processing thousands of video chunks every minute, and their system kept crashing due to file handle exhaustion. By implementing a context manager for every chunk, they guaranteed that each file was closed immediately after processing. This simple architectural change saved the production uptime during their biggest live premiere event of the year. One of the most dangerous mistakes is returning true in your exit method without intending to. If you return true, Python assumes you have handled the error and suppresses it entirely. This is a massive trap because your application might enter an invalid state without ever alerting you to the underlying crash. Always be very careful with what your exit method returns. The fix is simple. Ensure your exit method returns false, which is actually the default behavior if you do not return anything. This allows any exceptions to propagate naturally so you can debug them when they happen, instead of wondering why your code failed silently. So, when should you use these? Use them whenever you have a resource that needs an explicit close or cleanup, like database connections or temporary files. Do not use them for simple data objects that do not need cleanup. If the logic for your manager is more complex than the resource management itself, you might be over-engineering your code. Keep it simple and keep it effective. Use these criteria to decide if this tool is right for your situation. To recap, context managers are the secret to writing stable, leak-free Python code. You now know how the enter and exit protocol functions internally. You know how to use the context manager decorator for cleaner code. Remember that silent exception, suppression, is a major pitfall, and always prioritize code clarity. Use these patterns to build systems that scale without leaking resources. I believe this video will definitely be a useful video. If you liked the video, if you found this video helpful and you think it can help others, I believe this video will definitely be a useful video. If you liked the video, please do like and hype the video. Also share it with your friends and groups. It may be useful to somebody else. If you have any doubts or any requests, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you have subscribed to stay updated for our regular videos. Join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description because we share more knowledgeable content every day. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.